Welcome to the Exit 58 podcast, a show about pop culture, tech, politics, and anything else they can come up with.
Hello, and welcome to the second anniversary edition of the Exit 58 podcast.
Your intros are always
That was weak.
so wild.
It was very uncertain.
Yeah, sometimes he comes in like a ball of fire, and other times it's just like that chill.
I'm very hesitant now that I know my neighbors
He's
might
like
be able to
a county fair ride. You get on, and you don't know when it's going to start, you know when it's going to stop. It's going slow at certain points. It's flipping you around.
Might hear you. We can hear all of their steps the entire time with headphones on.
Yeah.
That's pretty true. I'm Derek. That is Kaz.
Yo.
That is
Rob.
Okay, we'll still go with that. And
Yo.
joining us,
Yes.
we have a very special guest, gentlemen.
Well, listen, it's a special show.
Yes.
And it calls for some drastic measure, an important guest, an
Yes.
immortal.
An immortal. The great John P. Say that. Thank you.
It's an honor to be here.
Yes.
Long-time listener, first time.
Well, this is kind of a catch-22 because as awesome as it is having John here, this is just one less person that's going to listen to the podcast.
I know.
Will you promise still to listen to it, even
Yes.
though you're on it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's what we like to hear.
I religiously download.
Good. Thank you so much. You're the one.
Yes.
Well, we have news about that, by the way. Some very interesting listenership trends.
Yes, we'll.
Is he already intoxicated?
I don't know what's going on.
Finger wag and the tilt of the head.
I really think it's these vitamins that these ginger gummies.
Centrum Silver.
Centrum multi gummies.
I think it was the unfrosted strawberry Pop-Tart that put him over the top.
The Centrum made.
By the way, Derek's pantry mirrors that of Estelle Getty. Everything that's in there, we get the unfrosted. First of all, there's one can of tuna in there. There's an unfrosted strawberry Pop-Tarts. There's like flax seed. There's something called chia seeds. Something called hemp hearts.
Yeah, hemp hearts. Yeah.
There's like veggie crisps.
Doritos in there.
It really.
You're definitely regular. We can tell you that.
The only thing separating you from an elderly woman living on Medicare is like cans of cat food. That's the only thing that's missing from there.
Well,
I'm worried about you.
Well,
are you eating enough?
Actually, right now, no.
I hope you're eating lunch at Chick-fil-A every day. I hope that's what's sustaining you.
I am not. I stepped on a scale recently, and
shut up!
Boy, it was.
What are you stepping on?
It was banana
You're wearing
land.
like a child's medium T-shirt right now. You're fine.
Well, no, I'm saying I'm not eating enough. That's my.
He's too slight.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not eating enough.
Oh, well, what the hell?
So
we're gonna take care of that tonight. Don't worry about that.
Oh my God, yes, yes. Some good times ahead here. It's the second anniversary show.
This is a big time
for the Exit 58 podcast.
Where did the time go? This is episode 44.
Yes. Episode Reggie Jackson.
2 years, so we get to celebrate, and
You're a Yankee fan.
There's only
Oakland, Reggie, Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland Reggie.
we celebrate in a big way here in the Exit 58 podcast. So we celebrated last year, right?
Yeah.
And we celebrated with champagne.
Yes.
So it's only appropriate,
Right.
as the only champions do, that we celebrate again with champagne because I freaking love.
And you got once again you got the good one. You didn't get the one that comes in like the plastic bottle. You got the good.
Yeah, no, no, we spare no expense. I use the budget for this.
Nice.
So we're gonna do this. So Dirk, you keep leading the way here. I'm gonna pop the cork on this puppy and try not to put a hole in your new wall.
So I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I come to important mile markers in my life, whether it be a birthday, a holiday, a loved one's birthday, I kind of sit and I think in the grand scheme of things, where am I in life? How do I feel? Am I different from this time last year? Am I better? Am I worse? Am I going the right way? What are you giggling at over there, Giggles?
I'm excited to see where you're going with this.
No, I'm wondering. I'm wondering. Here we are. We've completed 2 years now officially doing the podcast.
Yes.
So how are we doing so far? Is this what you guys envisioned when you two concocted this? I guess, Rob, this originally was your...
It's really Derek's podcast.
Rob's podcast. Right. It is freaking now. I can tell you that.
Yes. Well.
So share some reflections with us is what I want. Go ahead. You can start,
okay.
DJ. Go ahead.
I did not think in the course of the last 300...
You don't want to do it anymore, do you?
I didn't say that. Why are you putting words in my mouth? I didn't think in the last 365 days we would interview Ken Bone.
Yeah, that was big.
We did that. That was man, that was something.
Whoa, jeez.
Lacan.
Gonna break Derek's new place.
Reminds him of his younger days.
Didn't see it coming.
Wow.
But no,
right between the eyes.
This has been a lot of fun to do. It's been different. I think as year 2 has gone on, I think we've gotten a little refined. The off the exit stuff has been pretty cool to do. Mm-hmm. That's been a lot of fun. I think we have very good writers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've come
a lot
to
of
find
contributors
out,
on the
a
side
lot of contributors
that people don't know about. It's like wrestling.
Yeah.
That's good. We like that.
So yeah, this has been a blast, and I finally got in my place. And by the way, I should note before we move any further, 2 things. We are doing this show in the same week as the 9th anniversary of the death of what is now Ghost Michael Jackson. And we are now doing this podcast, I guess, 24 hours after the death of the father of Ghost Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Joe Jackson, now dead.
If you're nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, it's very odd, though, because as we were walking in...
Hold on, we're going to do a toast, bro.
Oh, geez.
Could you?
Don't spit it back in there. What the hell's wrong with you?
Sorry. Jumped the gun. My bad.
What are you, drunk?
Yeah, shoot milk out of your nose next? What's the matter with you?
I was remarking to Mark on the way in that I asked if the ghost of Michael Jackson would be involved because I get the feeling as a listener that you're legitimately disturbed, borderline afraid of Ghost Michael Jackson.
I'm not a fan of Ghost Michael Jackson.
I don't understand that at all. Can you explain? John brings up can you explain that? Because that is a great point. It's a great observation.
He's a pervert. He's a creepy person.
And meanwhile, who's the first person that it's not on this outline that you brought up Michael Jackson?
I'm talking about real life Michael Jackson.
Wait a minute.
Not Ghost
Okay,
Michael.
all right, time out.
Yeah.
So you have that much of a problem with Michael Jackson?
Yes. Well,
so when you have a child someday, and that child, like I know my son loves when Michael Jackson song comes on the radio. He loves it. He sings along with some of the songs.
Yeah.
Is that not okay? Would you not let your child do that?
Oh, I would, of course.
So what the hell's the problem then?
Michael doesn't need to talk about drinking milk out of chalices.
Why are you okay with the real Michael,
right,
and not with the totally fictitious playing Ghost Michael?
It's me.
It's actually.
It just doesn't like me. That's fine.
And how did you make zero reference, by the way? What else is happening over the course of this next week? The birthday of someone who's in this room.
Yes.
We're going to celebrate Joe Jackson's death.
Lacan.
Okay. Well, here we go. Go ahead.
Okay, so it has been 2 years of good times on the Exit 58 podcast and good times celebrating. Here's to you.
Sláinte.
All right, Nazarovia.
Beautiful. Yeah, let's go.
Let's
go. We have sipping music.
Oh, it's very smooth.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Ooh.
Wow, that's good.
That hits home right there.
That's good. That's a little Corbel Brut right there. That's
good.
Ooh.
That's beautiful.
Fantastic.
Some chia seed would really spruce that up a little bit.
I have a question. Have we gotten better?
Yeah, I'll tell you
Since
what.
year 1.
I will tell you what. We've streamlined the show.
Yes.
I don't know whose idea was it to break the off the exit to its own thing. I think that was a great idea because it keeps us relevant from week. Well, quote relevant. I mean, what are we talking about here? From week to week, it gives us a presence somewhere in the ether from week to week, which is nice. It makes it so the show is not 90 minutes long like it had been for a while. Which, listen, it's fine. We had fun with it, but I like that the show's kind of been pared down to an hour. We have that additional segment during the week, so I think from that standpoint, we've gotten a little bit better. I think our stories have gotten stronger. We've started to connect some common themes from week to week.
Yeah.
Derek, I know you're a big fan of the anything to do with the male genitalia.
No,
you like that story?
It's almost like a concept album every week. You know what I mean? The kind of
it's like an ELO album.
It does tie in. It's like, okay, well, there's the bodily fluids one.
Right.
We were waiting for that one, and we got it.
We're artists here.
I think some of our best stories and our best ideas come from when we just sort of sit down, hanker down for pre-production meetings.
Yeah, well, that's another new thing this year.
We've added pre-production meetings this year.
Some of us.
I'm not familiar with those. I've never.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
But we have our best thoughts there, so we should keep just sort of drowning our thoughts in.
Aren't you the only one here who's kind of his own boss and can kind of leave when you want and go in when you want?
Yeah, but somebody has to run. Somebody has to run the ship, run the boards.
Well, because he gets there at 2:00 in the afternoon.
That's not true.
I salute you.
I'm trying.
But he stays. And honestly, he stays until like 10. But he just runs a later schedule than most.
Well, he's got to make sure somebody plays all of Stanley's cards.
Yeah. Oh,
well,
man.
So with that, have we gotten better?
Yeah.
Yes.
With listenership wise, last podcast.
No, definitely not.
We did. Last podcast we disclosed LA was our big hit, right? Mm-hmm. Do we have any new numbers to report or?
Well, I have some new news.
Okay. We're the Exit 58 podcast in Glassboro. For those of you who don't know the show, by the way, the second anniversary, we're in Glassboro, New Jersey.
Yes.
Where all Exit 58 is an exit where we all met.
A great sports town, by the way.
It's a great sports town. Yeah.
Better than Philly, according to some.
Well, there's a better baseball town than Philly on Monday night.
No
That's
frauds in
sure.
Glassboro.
No.
Yeah.
So that's the history behind the name. We should always do that in the anniversaries, but so what's our listenership like?
Okay, so a couple of interesting things have happened since our last show. We've seen an increase.
Okay.
In this region.
Oh, an increase in the region.
Yes, an increase in this region, and now the Philadelphia market has actually surpassed Los Angeles.
LA.
But San Francisco has jumped both Los Angeles and Philadelphia. So it's San Francisco 1, Philadelphia 2, Los Angeles 3. The other bizarre thing since our last show is, hopefully this person is listening. I don't know if they are. Shout out to our listener or new listeners or listener in Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh.
Yes. We had some folks going through the catalog of the Exit 58 podcast in Columbia, South Carolina.
Now, I will say that my one buddy who was doing our Groundswell promotional target in Australia is now in the Philippines. So we might be having some success there. So.
Is that why I got a weird picture of pineapples in the Instagram account a few weeks ago?
Yeah, that is correct. Those were his pineapples. Oh, and the fruit, too.
Oh, I'm like, what is that? Like, what is happening here?
Well, that is good to know. So we're growing here in year 2.
Yes.
Excellent.
So that's good to know. We welcome those. If you've been here with us since day one, God bless you. I'm not sure how you're still here, but we appreciate it.
The three of us on the show have barely been here for every episode.
Honestly, I think Derek's the only one that's been in every episode.
Yeah,
because the show don't happen without him.
Yeah, somebody has to edit this.
It's his baseball bat. We can't have the game without him.
Yeah, Derek's not playing today. Okay, fine.
All right.
Sorry, kids, we're going home, babe.
So, what are we looking at here for year 3, boys? Year 3. What are the goals? Now, we didn't hit all the goals for year 2.
No, we didn't. We did not.
Yes.
More interviews. I want to do more interviews of the Ken Bone vein. I mean,
Yes.
I'm not shooting for the big unattainable type of gets, but like those kind of like if any of those 15 minutes of fame type of Twitter, social media people pop up, those are the type we should try and rein in and capitalize on that.
I think you should take live callers.
No.
John.
This man does not want to be on any podcast. I've tried to get him, and he does not want any part of it.
Yeah.
Even retired Bob J doesn't want to be on podcasts.
No, I like that idea. I like interviews because I like to interview other podcasts. Just to kind of bring some people on to see what they're doing, right?
Well,
my major goal though actually is to stay employed. But the other,
let's be on the real for a second. That's the goal in year 3.
Yeah,
we have to make sure this guy stays
employed. Why don't we ask someone who actually listens to the show? What would you like to hear, John, from the Exit 58 podcast?
I love the scripted off the exit type segments. I'd like to hear even more of that.
Those.
Yeah, more characters. I want to hear broader range from Derek Jones. We were listening to an archived episode on the way here tonight.
Yes.
And you're Brian Gumball. I'm assuming that's you, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's lifting the curtain here. There is some subtlety to your voice acting there that I more richly appreciated on this third listen.
Oh, okay.
And I'd like to see you broaden your range.
Okay.
I'd like to see that.
I can do that.
We'll work on that. Don't worry.
I can do that.
Yeah. So what do you think about like something like toilet flushes in the background? Do you like those types of things?
Yes. I love what you guys did with that last show.
Okay.
I wish that this man would let the real thing be done.
Yeah,
No,
it's not. It
no.
wouldn't happen.
He was revolted by the idea. Just his
That's
face.
what they're made for.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, tonight that might happen because because where the show is headed.
You think we're going to make it there? I mean, we're about to eat like our face off. Should we just get to that now? Is that what we should get to?
No, I don't think we should. I'm going to try to avoid that as long as humanly
Do we
possible.
have vomit buckets just in case?
You're not going to.
I have
Johnny,
some. I have
you're
some moving
not-
boxes
you're
still.
not
So
going to need it.
So
Listen.
can we describe what we're doing, by the way?
So I think people know the X's and O's and kind of the inside baseball of it is by now we record the full episode plus the off the exit thing in one sitting, okay? Because who has time to meet every week and this, that. So tonight, we're obviously, as we sit here on this Thursday evening, we're recording the anniversary episode with the awards presentation, which is coming up, so stay tuned for that. But in our special Off the Exit, it is the second annual Exit 50A Hot Dog Challenge.
yes.
Inspired, of course, by the world-famous Coney Island Nathan's hot dog eating contest, which happens on the 4th of July. So we're kind of synced up with that. By the time that gets produced and put out there for you guys to listen to, it'll be after the 4th of July, so we'll be ready to rock and roll with that. So that's what we're going to be doing later on this evening after we get this full episode in the can. So as I look at the watch right now, probably we're not going to be getting to that until at earliest 9 o'clock. Okay, we got to put the dogs in the water and boil them and stuff like that.
We can start that process now.
I must say, I was more proud of my man sitting right next to me here, Derek's effort last year. Because this guy, we were making fun of his pantry. He eats like a bird. He eats like Tweety Bird's grandmother, okay? But what he did last year, I don't remember even how many he ate, 5, 6, whatever it was.
I think it was 6.
The
7.
fact that after the final bell tolled and the contest was over and we were kind of doing like the post-game wrap-up, he was still... he was still trying to finish that one hot dog that he'd started while the contest was still happening. Like he was almost forcing himself to eat it.
Yeah.
I was very impressed by that. He didn't get sick at all. And this is a guy, and I think the entire time talked about like what you were going to do the next day to flush your system out and what things you're going to put. Yes, there it is. As we're looking at a picture from Derek sitting in front of like a dozen 2 dozen hot dogs or whatever it was.
That was a beautiful picture.
That's a great photo.
That was my. Remember, I was doing it remotely back then.
Now, see, that's another groundbreaking thing. We're all going to be together, and we're adding a 4th participant this year, as John is going to join us this year. We're all going to be in the same room. We can look at each other as we're eating hot dogs, which is, kind of hot a little bit. And it's gonna be a gay old time. So
when I say
I thought I saw Derek adjust himself.
I'm looking at a picture from last year.
Oh, I love that. I want to make love to that picture.
It was like, if you want to make a disgusting wallpaper, maybe we should post this somewhere for people to download.
I got to be honest. I love that. That has my juices working right now. My stomach juices.
I think it's the wrong juices.
I can't tell you how much I love hot dogs, which is why I am the defending champion. I was going to create nicknames for everybody. Yeah. Like this is like Footlong sitting next to me here. Derek Footlong Lamont sitting next to me here. Plump when they cook them, John.
Love it. Love it.
But bun-sized Rob.
You know what we should do? We should create Exit 50A
trading cards
podcast like wallpaper screens for people at home. They could download from our website.
I like that.
Do we still have a website?
Wait a minute.
I would do that.
Hold on. Before that reminds me of something.
Do we still have a website?
We do.
Okay.
We need to, I think, in year 3.
Okay, year 3.
Merch.
Oh.
We need T-shirts.
Okay.
We need koozies.
Oh,
even if
t-shirt,
people don't buy them.
Yeah, we have them available.
We can wear them. We rep them around town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
John,
You may not be
wear
able
that,
to.
right, John?
I would purchase it.
Yeah. My buddy might be able to.
Yeah, your buddy might be able to, but
Do they still do that, like that cafe press stuff where you just upload an image, you don't have
think
to pay
so.
anything?
Yeah.
I want decals. I want a decal to put like on the bumper of my
Oh,
car.
I love that
Yeah.
idea. Love that
Oh,
idea.
yeah, we can do that.
Or like stick on like the side of a mailbox or something
Yeah.
like that. You
Oh,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
we can make that
Street
happen.
Stop
Now,
sign.
you do realize that all of this is a little counterintuitive to some of the dialogue that's
These guys are trying to go ghost on the whole thing and remain anonymous. They're like, we need merchandise. I want Derek beer koozies. I want a Rob action figure.
We want to make money.
This is why we need this man in our lives.
I know,
right?
I know.
Because we always shoot the moon, and he brings us back to Earth.
We want to make money. We want listeners without anybody knowing who the hell we actually are. Yes, that's the goal.
It's everyone's dream.
But the real reason, though, tonight that we're here is to celebrate year 2.
Yes.
So this is the Exit 50A Podcast Awards.
Yes.
Right? So we give away, like, any kind of, like, big show, like the Grammys, all those. We go back and we reward.
Didn't we name the award last year?
We did. We had it was called the.
What was it called?
There it was. It was called the Exit.
58 Podcast Person of the Year?
No. It was called the Exit 50.
I don't know.
Let me look it up. I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
In the meantime, I'd like to toast to one more thing.
Sure, one more thing.
To the Supreme Court of the United States getting... Pick your glass up, sir.
Okay.
What do you mean?
This is why, Derek, we all voted for Donald Trump. So
I did not vote for Donald Trump.
Well, this is why you should have voted for him. There you go, get on the train. There we go, as we say goodbye to Justice Kennedy, who'll be retiring.
Okay, I'm glad we're talking about this now. Because
Exit 50A list?
I see I see what you like on
Exit 50A
Twitter.
list podcast.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I see what you like on Twitter, and I think your likes made me think.
Go ahead.
This week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
There was an image you liked of an officer or whatever holding a gun.
Oh, jeez.
In front of a parent and a child that happened.
Let me go look at my Twitter.
Yes.
What am I doing here?
That happened during. I think the point was it was happening during the Obama administration.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
So we are heading in a weird area with this stuff because it's pretty clear there was some stuff that was happening that we didn't know about that now we know is happening that we do know about, and eventually somebody gets left holding the bag. So it's like when we find out this stuff is happening, now person X gets persecuted because of when we found out, if that makes sense.
You're not looking at my account. I didn't like any picture of...
I think there was...
Someone pointing a gun at someone? Get out of here.
There was a kid... Hold on. I will find this.
You're such a lie. Here's what I like the picture of crying Jordan's face superimposed over the nation of Germany because they got bounced from the World Cup. A picture of Bill Russell giving Charles Barkley the finger. That was a good one.
What happened to the podcast awards?
Hey,
did you find out what the award is called?
Exit 58.
Like Oscars, Tonys.
No,
that's what I'm going for. What do we call it? Okay.
I have a name.
Okay, well, this is why you're here.
The 50s.
Oh,
the Exit 58
glad
50s.
this man is here.
Damn it. Damn it. Thank
Love
God.
Well, while you're looking up his
looking into my tweets
tweets here, can we hit the award music here?
Oh, do we have a score, a musical score?
Yeah, of course we do in post.
Is there a wrap it up box too, by the way? For the
Yeah. Or we're doing acceptance speech. That would be great if we could reach these like weird people in these stories for like speeches.
Honestly. Well, there's no like.
When I was making love to the squirrel, it was just like euphoria. But this is even greater.
Just to let you know.
Oh, this is the photo. This is the photo right there.
Oh, no, this is when Alien Gonzalez was apprehended by Obama's goon squad.
Wait, that was many years ago.
I was like, damn you, Trump! How dare you separate families? That was, I think that's what I retweeted.
That was
you're right.
was your point.
Thank you very much.
So, look, I am in no way excusing the current president, but we've got to be fair. If it was happening before he came into office, let's not act like it all of a sudden now is happening because he is in office.
That's right.
I am very worried about that. Because the problem is when we get to the election in 2020, the Repubs are going to be able to swing it to where they can show this stuff. And you've got to be ready for that. You've got to be ready for that.
You know how you can fix all of that? Just vote for Trump.
I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not voting for Trump in 2020.
Okay. Good for you.
And about the 50s.
Yeah. Well, we had to get something new morsel in here.
Sorry.
This is somewhat of a real show.
Sorry.
But you're right. It's a big night. The 50s. We're all dressed up in our best attire.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Does this suit make you look fat?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Should we look plump?
Okay.
I love it.
All right, good.
Juicy.
Oh, good. Like a hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have that coming up. We got the whole awards presentation, all new categories this year.
Yes.
We have a lot of things to delve into. We're going to announce our Exit 58 podcast Person of the Year.
Yes.
By the way, we have to vote on all these things and figure out what it is. So we're going to be doing that, and then we'll be back and let you know.
Wait a minute. We should say who won last year.
Well, it was Faux Five himself.
Yeah.
President Donald J. Trump was the inaugural Exit 58 podcast Poison of the Year.
I lost the vote, so I didn't vote.
He's on the list again this year. Can he be the first repeat winner?
like
He's going to repeat like the
Faux Five,
like the
baby.
Lakers, the Lakers in the late 80s.
Well, the band is warming up. Can you hear him in the background? Beautiful. Here we go.
Is that a cello I hear?
Yeah, it
I
is.
hear
I think it's a cello. Yeah.
Piccolo?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Is that a skin flute that I hear?
cue the announcer. It is time. Step inside, step inside.
Welcome back to the Derek Lamont Jones Coliseum for the second annual Exit 50A 50 Awards. A reminder, no flash photography or recording is allowed during the course of this award ceremony, as Derek Jones has a redundancy in place. He is recording every bathroom in his house already.
Beautiful. See, we didn't think about that before.
Why is my last name being mentioned?
It's okay.
I thought we were allowed to do that during this.
Oh, God. Yeah.
What's your social security number, by the way?
So we're ready for our first category, boys. I'm excited about it. We're going to review the stories that we had. We're going to see which ones rose to the top. I can't wait to see.
Man. So many laughs during the past year.
What's our first category, Mr. Announcer, please?
The Exit 50A 50 Foodie Award, a.k.a. the best story featuring a food or drink. The nominations are Episode 25, Chocolate Catheter Crunch. The celebration of a child's birth went south after Grandpa found a piece of a catheter in his ice cream. Here's a pro tip. Avoid Cook ice cream products unless you feel like you're going for an HIV or Hep C test.
Okay.
Episode 27, Heineken Gecko Surprise. A California man suffered gastrointestinal issues and emotional distress after finding 2 dead leopard geckos in his can of Heineken.
Ever happened to you, Rob? And
I don't drink Heineken,
would you
babe.
keep drinking? Oh, okay.
Episode 42, Super Dickman Trolls Royal Wedding. German candy maker Super Dickman apologized after posting an image of a piece of chocolate wearing a wedding dress on the same day of the royal wedding.
Wow.
So Derek seems interested. He looks ravenous right now. He's ready to dive in.
Yes.
This is hard.
He's
so,
hungry.
So let's take a look at the nomination. Where's a freaking piece of paper in this damn joint?
Oh, it's in a bag. The foodie award's in a bag. It's like a 40 ounce. It comes in a bag.
Hold on. I can.
Let's open one of Derek's bills.
Yeah.
And the 50A Foodie Award goes to Super Dickman Trolls Royal Wedding.
Yeah. That was strong. Strong categories there.
This is Super Dickman's first nomination and first award.
Oh, I got it.
A German candy company apologized this week for posting an embarrassing image of a piece of chocolate wearing a wedding dress on the day of the royal nuptials after social media users blasted the cartoon as a racist.
I gave you this story because you have English blood in you.
Oh, good. That's right. From his DNA profile.
Yeah. I figured you'd care about this story. Someone's insulting your new Duchess.
Oh, well, we'll get there. The Sweets outfit, Super Dickman, deleted the Facebook post portraying the famous...
We can't say that. Edit that out. You can't say that.
Yeah, you can't. I don't even see that in the...
Super Dickman. What do you...
I don't even see that. Is that a real thing?
It doesn't say that anywhere in this.
No, I don't see that in here.
Oh.
That's all he has is
That was my nickname on the intramural softball team.
Anyways.
It's the adventures of Cinnamon and Super Dickman.
The Sweets outfit, Super Dickman...
We'll fight these German Nazis everywhere. And the chocolate
podcast.
in the chocolate fields at the royal wedding, Super Dickman will be there. and won an award to win the inaugural Foodie Award.
So John got booked for the next couple anniversary shows.
Yeah.
I got to say, obviously, this has it checks off a lot of boxes in terms of great stories.
Sure.
First of all, the friggin' chocolate is called Super Dick Man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, it creates all sorts of like anxiety amongst like the politically correct community because it's, God forbid, like the chocolate covered marshmallow is dressed in a wedding gown on the day of like the royal wedding.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's a chocolate. That must be black then.
She's not.
And she's not right. Go ahead.
Her complexion is not chocolate.
Not at all.
It's lighter than that.
It is. But that doesn't stop people from being outraged.
No, but they're good
More
winner in the category. Good winner, don't you think?
Strong.
I would say yes.
Wow.
That's an acceptable winner. You can go to Amazon.com and purchase Super Dick Man items.
Did you already do that?
Maybe.
How did you find this?
It was Google.
You were just Googling Super
No,
Dick Man?
as we were doing the show.
I hope in private.
As we were
It
doing
sounds
the
like
show.
a Damon Wayans movie from like the late 80s.
Yeah,
It does a little bit. I can
I hope
see that.
you're Googling that in private mode or incognito on your Chrome browser.
And in living color, like side sketch that became its own
Yeah.
film, like the SNL series.
I was at my place of employment when I Googled Super Dick Man, so that probably
their
wasn't a
cookies are
great
all messed up.
idea.
So congratulations, Super Dick Man. Way to go. Way to win an award. That's a strong way to start the show. So it's time for our next category.
This one has been tickling Derek's fancy for quite some time. Most creative masturbation story. The nominations are Episode 28, Roo. A New York university used the name and image of Winnie the Pooh's kangaroo friend to sell its Rub One Out campaign, or Roo for short, as a means to deter sexual assault. Episode 38, First Class Yanker. In what was surely a misunderstanding, a passenger on a flight from Malaysia was arrested after stripping naked to watch unsavory images before attempting to molest a stewardess. And episode 41, Have you had your break today? Some psychologists suggest that a masturbation break at the job would be a very effective way to relieve tension and stress, thereby increasing productivity.
Oh, wow. So
Lots of research went into that, I'm sure.
Yeah. You can see everybody stressed out in the audience about who's
I
going to
guarantee
win.
they didn't have to use rhesus monkeys to test this one out. I'll tell you what.
Let's go to the awards.
So, like, as they cut to each of the nominees, when they cut to, like, these nominees, what are they showing?
Let the listeners at home use their own creativity. Let's open the envelope.
And the award for most creative masturbation story goes to...
I like how there's an interlocking NY on the envelope, by the way.
Derek, by the way, you're like a month late on this bill.
No, I'm not a month late, sir. No.
Episode 41, Have you had your break today?
Beautiful. So that's the story.
Derek, is there any truth to you integrating this in your workplace?
No, I cannot.
I tell you, I've never heard Rowan Radio sound better.
No. Should masturbation breaks become the new smoke breaks? Yes.
You think so? Wow, Derek.
According to some psychologists. Mark Sargent, a senior lecturer in psychology at Nottingham Trent University.
I didn't see that in my copy. That's what I was wondering.
Says,
Did you guys stop by Nottingham Trent University when you were over in the UK?
We
Stop by there?
Well, I think we passed that, right? On the way to
Probably.
Wimbledon? It was right next to Wimbledon.
yeah, literally. Like, we passed everything in England on the way to Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Says that a masturbation break would be, quote, very effective at work and, quote, a great way to relieve tension and stress. Psychologist and life coach Dr. Cliff Arnold agreed. Quote, I would expect a masturbation policy to result in more focus, less aggression, higher productivity, and more smiling, he told Metro. This is sick. Certainly taking
When you're smiling, when you're laughing, wash your hands before you go back to your post.
They're looking at see that guy laughing over there? Mm-hmm.
He's so stress-free.
Yeah, I wonder. Oh, we know why.
Don't shake hands with him.
Quote, certainly taking a masturbation break from boredom or an escape would increase work focus.
Don't come in. Wait.
Bill, you in there?
Give me a minute.
Well, congratulations.
That's awesome.
Wow, yeah.
Yes.
How are you going to celebrate tonight?
With some tea.
Yeah.
Let's get away from, most creative masturbation story. What's wrong with you guys?
It's natural.
Let's talk. Nothing natural. But let's talk about celebrities.
Monkeys do it. Okay, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Monkeys. We're not talking about monkeys. Let's talk about celebrities because, as we know, sure, a lot of our show is quote gross out humor, but it's also about the celebrities.
Yeah,
it's
it really
about
is.
the
It's about the people.
It's about the people who help make the show.
Yeah.
Besides us.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And that leads us to this category of best celebrity appearance in a feature story.
Best celebrity appearance in a feature story. The nominations are Episode 26, Supersized Mariah. Bloated pop diva Mariah Carey had to have her large tuchus carried on and off the stage at Caesar's Palace due to the fatigue of being obese.
I know that fatigue. I used to get shin splints walking to Bozarth my senior year. I know how she feels. I wish someone would carry me to the Bozarth.
Episode 37, Charles in Charge of Hatred. Scott Baio allegedly describes
Who's writing these titles here? How dare you, sir, take creative liberty?
I love the deeper voice. Hatred.
I hung out with my 4-year-old all day writing these titles. The least you could do is read them.
Scott Baio allegedly described gay sex acts to co-star Alexander Polinsky and routinely referred to him as, quote, faggot? He did this? During the show's taping back in the 80s.
New boy in the neighborhood.
I'll never look at those shows the same. Episode 38, Ghost Michael Jackson for real. Medium to the stars, Tyler Henry revealed he, quote, connected with Michael Jackson during a reading with his sister LaToya and cleared up some mysteries surrounding his death.
Wow, this is some strong stuff here. This is
I know.
A lot of hard categories to pick
You
from.
may think you know where this is going.
You
but
always might think.
Let's go to the envelope.
Yeah.
And the award for Best Celebrity Appearance in a Feature Story goes to Supersize Mariah!
That's a big category. Big category.
All right, and we finish up one more piece of celebrity news, folks. Mariah Carey is known for her famous curves, don't you know? But RadarOnline.com has exclusively learned that the songstress has gone completely overboard with her eating habits. A source tells the site that Carey's packed on so much weight that she's now having trouble walking and is even risking serious health issues. The singer hit a new low last month during her concert at Caesar's Palace when she had to be carried on and off the stage while taking long breaks during her 19-song set. A concert goer told Radar that the 260-pound-plus Mariah even had to have her handlers wheel her onto the stage on various contraptions.
See, this is
One insider noted, quote, Mariah is clearly miserable. She wore 5-inch heels during the show, but she couldn't walk more than a few inches at a time, and her knees seemed to buckle under her weight, unquote. Another insider revealed that, quote, Mariah's been comforting herself with food, end quote, in the aftermath of her failed engagement to Aussie billionaire James Packer last October. And I've also included, boys, a photo of Miss Carey from recent time, and it is not a very flattering photo. There are several chins there. Not a very nice outfit on. She's making a goofy. It looks like she's like drugged up in this picture.
Oh my God, the Mariah shaming that has gone on.
Now she looks like she has double H boobs, but that has less to do with like that has more to do with like White Castle and Dairy Queen.
Oh, yeah, and every time she passes a Krispy Kreme, you don't have to go inside when it says hot and ready.
Okay, let me address a couple things here. Okay, Mariah Carey is not 260 pounds.
267 pounds.
260. There's no way.
What do you mean? Have you seen photos of her? She is very thick, Jones.
Kind of piggybacking on our last category, which is the most creative masturbation story. It's interesting.
It piggybacks off of that?
Mariah Carey is one member of the podcast is like, super fan of hers. You know what I mean?
This is sad. This was one of the most electrifying entertainers of all time.
She a pro wrestler?
I really just liked her Christmas song. I don't know much about
it. Didn't that dominate in the field competition?
Sure did, yeah.
That's the only thing I really liked of hers.
Yeah,
what else did you like?
Bruce kept railroading it through.
What else did you really like?
He liked Dream Lover.
I mean, come on, yeah.
Did you ever lay naked in your bed listening to Dream Lover?
No.
Wait, she did 2 steps forward, 2 steps back?
That was
Paula
Paula
Abdul.
Abdul.
No.
Did you ever have a Mariah Carey poster in your room?
No, I did not. Vision
A
of
picture
love.
from a picture from oh, that was a good one. A picture from a magazine taped to your wall, perhaps
I didn't.
in your locker at school.
No.
Can we look through your browser history real quick?
No. This is a work computer that I'm using right here. So this is
clean. In other words, his home computer is completely.
If you want to look at this one, knock yourself out.
You at least got Super Dick Man on there, right?
So even at a quoted 260 pounds, do you still find her desirable? This story. I beg your pardon. The story quoted that she was 260 pounds at the time of her Caesar's Palace concert. Is that still desirable to you? Is that still the dream lover, Mariah Carey?
I would consider. I would
hot.
consider that.
I like that a lot.
I would consider.
I like that.
That's hot.
That's a fetish. I love that. Good for you, sir. Good for you.
Wow.
That's exciting. That's great. Well, good for Mariah.
Well, you know, how do you follow up a story, Kaz? How do you follow up a story like that?
Well, and there's only one way that the Exit 58 cast could do it. If we're not talking about poopies or masturbation, we're talking about what sits between Derek's legs.
Oh my God! What a disgrace! What a terrible
disgrace!
Best use of male genitalia in a story.
Sure, pops right in. I love it.
The nominations are Episode 26, He's Got a Big Dong, but Now He's Dead. A Swedish man died of heart complications while undergoing
Mr. Announcer, hold it together here.
Yeah,
you're getting paid by the read here.
Yeah, jeez.
penile elongation and girth enhancement procedure. During the story, the Exit 58 cast learned that the average penis size is 6.1 inches when erect.
Did we really learn?
We did.
I don't remember this. I think you just made that up.
Derek is like covering himself.
He's
pulled
checking.
his shirt down. Yeah. Episode 30.
He's getting the ruler app on his phone out as we speak.
He wins by a pecker. A professional runner let it all out during a marathon in Slovakia, sprinting the last leg of the race with his penis fully exposed in front of cheering fans. Cool. Don't you run marathons, Derek?
Not full marathon.
Half mast.
Okay.
Half mast.
Yes.
Episode 43, Penis Pocket Pants. A new trouser trend is sweeping the nation. Well, not really. But apparently, penis pocket trousers are now a thing thanks to one progressive designer.
Oh, I think that's going to win.
Category.
I think that's going to win. I think
I mean,
the pocket one's going to win.
We'll see what the Academy voted on here, though.
The award for best use of male genitalia in a story goes to...
I think it's pockets.
So nervous.
I think it's pockets.
He wins by a pecker.
Oh, wow, I didn't see that.
That's a little bit of an upset, but I tell you what.
Wow.
If you can now, I don't run races. You boys do. Rob and Derek, you guys run half marathon, the 5Ks. I can't imagine what sort of drag it would create if your peckers, especially Derek, if your peckers.
I don't have the same issue.
Yeah, right.
A professional runner let it all out during a marathon in Slovakia.
Did you guys do that one?
No, we didn't do that.
Okay.
That was when we couldn't quite get there. Sprinting the last...
Are we in Slovakia?
That's a good question, actually. Why don't you look that up?
Yeah, I'll look that up. Make sure you put a Slovakia hashtag on all of our things because we talk about Slovakia. Okay,
well, sprinting the last, quote, leg of the race with his penis fully exposed. How about that? 31-year-old Joseph Urban, I don't know why I made him German there, was nearing the end of the
Slovakia.
his Kosich Peace Marathon when he was running. His running shorts failed him, leaving him completely in the wind.
It's like a wardrobe malfunction. Like Janet
so here's
Jackson.
the thing. So with runners, they're very much about PR, which is personal records and stuff like that, and personal time. So this guy lost his shorts, and he was like, you know what? I'm going forward with this. So now he's exposed. Yeah. And he, as he wound down his 10th place finish, all this for 10th place, but at the time, I guess he didn't know.
That's a big deal, though. Finish top 10?
Absolutely.
Shoot.
But the unexpected finish also marked a personal best for Urban, cutting 27 seconds off his previous record time.
Imagine if he didn't have that wind flap there. He probably could have cut about like 20 seconds off.
It's unclear if Urban was aware that he was exposing himself as he finished the marathon. He absolutely knows.
Come on.
We are in Slovakia.
Okay. Well, because we cover the news that matters there.
This is big news there.
As he passed other runners, waving and winking, apparently, and race officials along the way, Urban slapped the hand of one encouraging fan.
That's not my hand.
As he
Yeah, it's not my hand.
As he neared the end of the marathon and then doubled over across the line.
It's amazing. That is amazing. More power to that man from Slovakia.
Exactly. And now look, he's won twice now. He's won
with the same technique.
No.
Have you been following his career?
No, but I mean, he won the race, and now he's won this podcast award.
Oh, I see.
So he's really the big winner.
And actually, we have him on the phone right now.
Oh.
Let's get to him right now. His name is Marius. Yes, hello. Hey, how you doing? Hey, man. Listen, congratulations on your 50. That's amazing. Oh, yes, thank you very much. It's unfortunate his penis has come out, but, I still win. So, I say to fuck with it, Okay. So do you intend to run further I mean, is this something you're going to try and incorporate? I mean, it worked for you. Oh, so yes, I still use a penis a lot. I know to do the race, but it's good. The women they like. So I'm gonna use see what happens in future. What is this show you're doing here? All right, Marius, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Great
Marius,
job.
clean up the language. We're a family podcast,
Listen,
Marius.
He's from a different country.
I'm sorry.
That's not a curse word. It's his land.
Right.
Okay.
I love that we had instant Marius.
That's
great.
Awesome. See,
I didn't see our line one.
You wanted interviews, you got them.
Well, you know what time it is over there right now?
I know. I didn't see line one lit. I'm sorry. I didn't see line one, the hotline lit.
Bratislava, go.
All right, Mr. Announcer, let's get us to our next big award winner.
Most outrageously woke story.
Ooh, Derek.
Oh, yes.
This is your category. This is your category.
I'm excited.
The nominations are Episode 27, Fantasy Football is Racist. Overly woke ESPN was forced to apologize after some viewers accused the network of airing a fantasy football draft that resembled a slave auction.
Did you watch that one, Derek?
I did, yeah.
Did you like that one?
No. It was...
Did you like our podcast episode about it?
I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good.
That's all I
really enjoyed it. It was very informative.
Episode 31, Which Way to the Little Jenner's Room? A Texas restaurant triggered the LGBTQ community when it used two genders of Bruce turned Caitlyn Jenner to identify its men's and women's bathrooms.
I like that one. That one, I would have to lean towards that one.
Episode 37, White Guilt Over Black Panther. White snowflake parents fretted over allowing their children to wear Black Panther masks or costumes at the movie theater for fears it could be considered blackface.
Tough.
I didn't know that Black Panther was Al Jolson all of a sudden. When did that happen?
Yeah, well, that's probably going to win. It's probably going to win. Right?
You think so? I mean, that is very... I don't know. I personally think ESPN is like woke central.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
you're right. You're right. That's probably going to happen. Mr. Announcer?
Here we go.
And the award for the most outrageously woke story goes to... Which Way to the Little Jenner's Room?
Oh! I tell you, that was a dark horse right there because that's really great, publicity. That's really ingenious to do that, right? So on the one door they had the Olympic
Bruce Jenner,
and then the other one they had the drag queen or whatever you want to call it.
Which I thought was a very creative story, and people got so offended by it. Like, it's funny.
It is funny. He changed genders.
Right?
It's a fact, right?
It is so funny.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's fun. It's
right?
fun.
Was a guy. Was he a guy in one picture?
He was, yes.
Is he a girl in one picture?
Yeah.
So that's the men's and the women's room. That's how it works.
Nothing wrong with that.
A Texas restaurant has found itself mired in controversy over bathroom doors that critics say are transphobic. All right, we're going to have some fun with this one here. The door displays at Doddle's Place Cajun Bar and Grill in Allen, Texas, were installed in mid-August, according to the restaurant's Facebook page. Now, the women's restroom door is the image of Caitlyn Jenner, publicly debuting as a transgender woman from the cover of Vanity Fair. While the men's room tour is a photo of Jenner competing at the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal. Now, this is hysterical.
That's so funny.
Can we laugh at this?
Yeah, why not?
But we probably can't, right? I'm going to read on here, and this going to get pissed off about that. After the ultra-liberal Daily Dot published an article calling the images incredibly insensitive, supporters of the restaurant took to Facebook and Twitter to say that the doors were just a joke and that people offended by them should go elsewhere.
Chill out.
So others, however, were quick to call out the doors as distasteful and denigrating toward transgender people, including Jess Herbst. Herbst, the transgender woman, is the mayor of New Hope, a small town about 10 miles north of Dottie's. Did I say Doodles earlier? Doddles?
I don't know what you said.
I don't know what I said. Dottie's is Dottie's. So Dottie's representative have not commented on whether the door display will remain. Can we just have some fun once in a while?
I think that's brilliant. It's brilliant marketing.
I think it's freaking hysterical.
No more fun.
Right?
No more fun.
Did I notice something? Do you have like 2 wrestling divas as the wallpaper on your iPad?
That's correct. The great Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Wow. Yes.
Yeah.
Champs.
This is he's an adult.
Oh, get that back. There it is.
No, Wilmington
Get rid
Blue
of that.
Rocks.
Wilmington Blue Rocks.
As soon as Gaz touches it.
Which one do you like? I like this one. I like the really. Which one is this?
That's
Well, you know why.
That's
Come
Becky
on, you know
Lynch.
why.
Yeah.
I met her.
Oh, Flair. Forget that.
I met her in person.
You just want to get to the dad. You don't care about that.
I mean,
Well, you better get to the dad soon. He ain't looking for
come
listen, he
on.
died
He should
5
be,
years ago. Oh, see, whoa. Okay, almost
all
committed
right.
to
Party foul.
Mr. Announcer, please.
We're going to need to talk about the dad for an upcoming
Yeah.
segment.
Did he pass?
No.
Did he pass?
Not
Okay.
yet. Not yet.
I think we
coming
need
up.
to add him into one of the
Categories.
categories if you
Oh,
feel me.
word up.
Yeah.
It won't make a difference, so go ahead.
Story that best exemplifies female empowerment.
Oh, no, see, a lot of people accuse us of being chauvinist
Yeah.
and we're not about women and we do all these gross stories.
That's correct.
We are very...
That's correct.
That's correct.
Go ahead.
The nominations are Episode 25, $1 Million Hoe. A Florida woman who touted herself as the, quote, $1 Million Hoe was arrested after offering her services to an undercover officer for $40. Episode 31, New York City stripper strike. Move over, Montgomery bus boycott. The exotic dancer community in New York City organized a stripper strike to demand equal treatment and pay to that of the sexy bartenders in the gentlemen's clubs.
Yeah, Derek, all right.
And episode 33, HRC Christmas Tree Topper. A feminist website sold Hillary Clinton Christmas tree toppers to modernize Christmas angels while trying to inspire women to feel empowered.
That's important. You got to do it.
You would leave your tree up year-round if you had one of those, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm feeling that one. I think that one because
They're all
one
strong
of our
female empowerment stories.
The
I mean, they're
Academy is
celebrated.
very liberal, like most of
The
Hollywood.
Academy. What? The
It's a very-
Academy,
it's very
Academy is
liberal.
definitely
Can I
not
disagree
very
with that?
liberal.
I'll disagree with that comment.
Yeah.
'cause
The Academy
this is the Academy.
the Academy is moderately liberal.
No, it's not even.
moderately liberal.
Yeah. Who are you
Classically
accusing?
liberal. Yeah, right.
I think Derek is a little buzzed, borderline drunk.
I love it. Get him another beer. Get more.
I'm still. You can't give me another beer.
We'll
I'm
finish
halfway
that.
through.
You're not done yet.
And the award for the story that best exemplifies female empowerment goes to $1 Million Hoe.
Important.
By the way, can we get another envelope? Because this one's.
Yeah, I got some. We'll get to read the next story. I'll go get
Well,
one.
I tell you, she was a lovely lass, and she must have been having a deep discount sort of day. Because if you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the $1 Million Hoe for a 40 spot, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's not so bad. That's not so bad, right?
So bad. I mean, and then you could brag to all your friends, "Whoa, I had the $1 Million Hoe." Like, bro, how'd you afford that? Like, hey,
And we're looking at the tallies now, and the HRC tree topper just missed.
It just missed?
Just missed. But there's some people looking at it. The Russians might have gotten involved in this. So we're looking at it. We're going to pull Manafort in.
A Florida woman who introduced herself as the $1 Million Hoe.
Wow.
Hey, aim high.
That's a lot.
Don't sell yourself short ever, folks. No matter what line of work you're in,
right.
This is like the LeVar Ball of prostitutes here.
The $1 million hoe. And the sad part is there is a picture in our outline. And my phone's going off. It's a private caller calling me.
That's okay.
It's the $1 million hoe.
They're like, I heard you talking about me. Making you excited. Have another sip of your drink and then kiss my lips. Let me get them wet for you. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready. Panther right here. I usually don't be kissing before one of my appointments, but you just look like a big bowl of sugar right there. Wait, is that a syringe? What is that?
Well, you'll never believe this, but somebody named the $1 million hoe was arrested this week at a prostitution sting.
I don't believe it.
According to a police report, 49-year-old Deborah Tomes approached an undercover officer who was sitting in a car in the parking lot of a Fort Pierce park and asked the officer if he wanted a date. Thomes then sat in the passenger seat and introduced herself as the $1 million hoe.
Wait, I think we have some B-roll of that. Hey, honey, this is the $1 million hoe. You want to date me?
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, come on.
Derek was getting turned on. He wanted more. He wanted a little. That's it?
I'm not here to get you aroused, Derek. I'm here to provide the news.
All right, so as we continue along, by the way, if you're confused, what you're listening to right
Thank
now
you. Yeah,
is
we
the
always need this
second
refresher.
annual
Beautiful,
50A
beautiful.
Podcast Awards.
Look at the beautiful crowd here tonight.
Yes.
Look at this.
They
A big
are
turnout
beautiful.
tonight.
They are beautiful. No one is yelling F Trump in the crowd,
No,
so
no.
we're okay here. We're all adults in the room right
beautiful.
now.
I'm
except-
shocked that Ken Bone still wore the sweater here tonight. I thought he'd be in a tux.
I know,
You know,
but that's his signature.
Ken. The clock is expired. Your 15 minutes are up.
Yeah, that's a
Enough.
signature,
No
though.
one, no
That's a
one,
signature,
no
though.
one finds it amusing anymore.
Yeah, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we still have a few more categories to go
Yeah.
here as we leave.
Oh, sure.
As we look ahead to another new category. And this one involves another topic that we like to delve into from time to time here on the podcast. And
That's the only way it'll work.
That's relationships and being in love and the complications thereof. So that leads us into our next category, Mr. Announcer.
The Exit 50A50 Love Hurts Award. The nominations are
Isn't that the truth?
Episode 33, Jilted Lover Chomps Down on Testicle.
No mystery there.
Just your typical lover's quarrel. A jilted woman in England ripped out her ex's testicle with her teeth after her demand for a threesome was rejected.
Happens.
Yeah.
Also, episode 33, Husband in Pieces. An unhappy wife chopped apart her husband before placing the pieces in plastic storage bins that sat in her house for months until the couple's son inadvertently discovered the remains.
They must have used Lock and Lock because what other way could they keep the husband fresh for that long?
Episode 38, a category Derek's familiar with, Love Me Tinder. A woman slashed her boyfriend with a samurai sword in a bloody act of vengeance when she suspected he was using Tinder for infidelity.
I bet you the Academy's going to lean that
They are
way.
very much into Tinder
Yeah,
and
they love
social media.
Tinder,
and stuff like
swiping
that.
Very
right, the
commonplace.
Bumbles.
This is a good category, though.
yeah.
So let's
yeah,
see.
the Bumbles.
The Exit 50A50 Love Hurts Award goes to
Oh, we got a new envelope. That's good.
Love Me Tinder.
All right, there it is. It
Very fair.
went according to chalk there.
Very fair. A Washington woman allegedly took a swipe at her boyfriend after she found the Tinder dating app on his phone. 30-year-old Emily Javier reportedly slashed her boyfriend with a samurai sword early Saturday in a violent act of vengeance. When
Samurai delicatessen. I'm picturing John Belushi with a samurai sword cutting a sandwich.
Yeah, jeez.
One of the best skits in SNL history.
They don't make them like they used to,
No.
that's for sure.
Rest in peace.
This violent act occurred Saturday night, and it happened when she suspected he was being unfaithful. Police say the bloody assault left 29-year-old Alex Lavelle fighting for his life. Javier told authorities that several discoveries, including his Tinder account and scratches on his back, led her to start plotting a grisly attack on her boyfriend. The final straw was when Javier, whose hair is dyed green, found a red hair in their shower drain.
She dating Oscar the Grouch? Who's she with here?
Oh, man, that's
You gotta see if you're a guy.
Where does red hair come from?
Furious police say the jilted girlfriend allegedly purchased a samurai sword from the mall and waited.
See, we're worried about
AR-15s.
This crazy B word is going to the mall. He's going to Deptford Mall and buying a freaking samurai. Where do you buy that from, Dix? Where do you buy a samurai sword from? Spencer's?
Tavana.
It's a shame they closed up shop.
They closed up so soon.
Damn it.
When Lavelle...
I'll take some of the Earl Grey and that big Wakazashi over there, please.
Have you ever experienced anything like that, Derek?
I've had some bad experiences with online dating.
Like that?
No samurai sword, though.
Not like, mutilation or attempted mutilation.
Do you always meet at a neutral location?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think I've been on a lot of online dates. I think I've only had 2 in my house.
Ever?
Yes.
And what happened when they came over your house?
But I love how Mr. Announcer got really involved. Mr. Announcer all of a sudden is a major player now in this story.
Well, one did.
Your lawyer's not going to help. Your lawyer's not going to help
Take that phone
you.
away from him. He's getting text alerts from Anderson Cooper. Get that away from him.
One did not turn out well. It was the same night as who the hell were the Thunder playing?
She never spoke a word again.
I don't remember, but it was when Durant was on the Thunder. Like, it was something in 2000. It was in 2000.
That's your earmark for this date?
Well, no.
Kevin Durant was on?
Wait, how does that happen?
Wait. There was
John, how does that happen, John? John, how does that happen, John?
So
DLJ.
Durant was in his 3rd year of his Adidas contract when this happened.
that one did not go well. Another one went very well, but
I wonder why that one didn't go well. As Derek here is freaking like a zombie staring at. Oh, Kevin, you're so good at basketball. I wanna make love to you on the roof of the building.
No.
Yeah, okay. KD. Yes. Basketball. Sports.
Within minutes.
I want your penis. Score, KD.
No, wait a minute.
Did you go out to dinner, then go back to your place, or she just came to your place?
She just came to my place.
She followed you home?
Yeah.
Whoa.
She just came to my place. That was. I don't remember.
So how long did she stay?
You're welcome,
A few hours. 3 or 4 hours.
Exit 58 podcast, second annual 58 awards.
The one that worked. See, okay.
The orchestra's playing, Derek. The orchestra's playing.
There's 2. See, okay. This is how my mind works.
I would stop talking, Derek, if I were you. But I'm trying to save you as your brher. So you can keep on going here.
Drink your
drink, and get to the next category.
All right, Mr.
Trying to cut you off from cutting your own nads off here, and you're hanging yourself over here. Rip a damn envelope open and read the freaking next award.
Okay, all right. Listen, hey, a lot of people claim that this is our calling card, so this is a very appropriate category here.
The story that best showcases human feces.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
The nominations are Episode 27, The Dookie Bus. Passengers on a Greyhound bus said their 6-hour ride from Denver to Texas was made unbearable by an overflowing toilet that sent feces pouring into the aisle.
How dare they say that, those ungrateful passengers.
Not for nothing. I've been on buses. You don't want overflowing dookie.
Can you imagine looking down, you see a little Tootsie Roll flowing by you? An Italian sausage rolling by you there. Hey, kid, either that's a premio or we got an issue right here, babe.
If it ain't premium, throw it back.
Episode 30, Shitty Apartment Building. What seemed like a perfectly normal Michigan apartment
I know which one's
became a
winning
house
now.
of fecal horrors as piles of human excrement were found in the building's lobby. The fellas finally recalled episode or classic sitcom 227.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I love Jack Hay.
One of the most underrated TV shows.
My favorite episode, by the way, all time of 227 is the kidnapping when they were stuck with Pee Wee Herman. And they were
oh, wow.
That's right. Yeah, in the room, right?
Yes.
The side room.
Yes.
That is such a good show.
Lester, the Washington Redskins fan?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Love that show.
It helped bolster my hate of the Redskins. Too good.
Continue, Mr. Announcer.
Mr. Announcer,
I can't imagine why his dates don't work out.
Episode 41, Muddy Track. Call it the case of the pooperintendent. A New Jersey school superintendent was charged with moving his bowels on a daily basis on the school track and football field.
Wait, you can't do that?
I guess not.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure.
You know, there are some listeners that could be in that position at some point today.
Touche.
Here we go.
And the award for the story that best showcases human feces goes to
Come on, apartment.
Shitty Apartment Building.
All right.
Wow.
I know we shouldn't be cheering in the press box, but that was a fun time.
That was a great time on that one.
That was great.
Could you imagine?
We inserted the 227 theme, too, at the
it added to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes these stories kind of wind and wind their way to unexpected places. That was not scripted that we're going to start talking about 227, but it just happened.
Yeah.
No.
It's a sight one Wayne, Michigan resident says she never expected to see. Yolanda Walker, who lives...
See? You
Can't make it past the names, man.
Opal
and Yolanda. I haven't seen those names since like 1987.
What is this, Pearl Bailey? What are we doing here?
Pearl Bailey.
It's like the cast of 227.
Yeah.
In the news today.
No place like home. You know what? I'm going to insert.
Hey, Riley, where are you? Riley, come tickle my pickle, Riley.
There's no
Riley.
I'm going to insert
Come
the theme
tweak
song.
my bean, Riley.
I'm inserting the theme song from 227 in the segment.
Oh my God.
Yolanda Walker, who no doubt is friend with Opal Brown from the last story. She lives at Newberry Square Apartments with her elderly mother. Says she was on a routine walk with her dogs, but was stopped in her tracks upon entering the building's lobby. I wonder why. Quote, I noticed when I got down to the bottom stairwell that there was a pile of human feces in the corner.
Oh, no.
Again? Poor Yolanda. Again. Jeez. Despite immediately reporting it, she says, it all sat there for 3 days before someone even attempted to clean it. Someone attempted to clean it up. That means someone came there and tried to clean it up and quit. And said, wait a minute.
Yo, I can't do
What
this,
is
man.
this?
I
What
can't
is
do
this?
this.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
Sometimes these stories kind of wind and wind their way to unexpected places. That was not scripted that we're going to start talking about 227, but it just happened.
Yeah.
No.
That's a good point. Because sometimes they just find their way.
That's it.
And
The magic happens.
yeah, and so that was a good nomination. So we thank the Academy for that.
So
one.
that's a big award too.
Yeah.
We did not take the feces. Now those are the 3 finalists. We had a pool. Pardon the expression. We had a septic tank of about like 7 or 8 different nominees, and these are the 3 best. So that was a
year.
tough one.
Yeah,
Tough year to win.
All right, so we're getting down to the nitty-gritty now, okay? We have 3 categories left, one of them being the Person of the Year, which we're going to save for last.
Yeah. Oh.
This next one here, as we start to delve into some of those...
nail biters.
Yeah, well, some of those scripted out, theater of the mind, heavily produced type of segments. So let's get into our first of the 3 right now.
The Exit 5850 for Best Game Show or Contest. The nominations are Hot Dog Challenge, College Jeopardy 2.0, Who Am I? And Summertime Family Feud.
So Summertime Family Feud was a recent episode.
It was.
I'm not voting for that because I was jobbed out of a victory.
Well, because you were both terrible. Neither one of you
we
deserved
weren't
to
good.
win, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I listened to that one.
It was-
But Hot Dog Challenge, well, the 100 people you surveyed were a bunch of Mormons. I don't know what was going on there.
Rob, every answer you gave was, how about you make a nice cocktail? Something people like to do on the beach. Have a nice cocktail.
I like a nice cocktail.
What would be a bad thing to happen at a barbecue? No nice cocktails. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's what happened.
Okay.
All right. Now, these are good. Now, Who Am I, if you don't remember, was the one where I read a journal entry and the guys had to guess whose journal I was reading. It was a very surprise ending. I won't tell you who it was.
For some of us.
Go back and listen. And obviously, College Jeopardy, we've done back to school time each year of the podcast. Always a fan favorite right there.
Yep.
I think some of the categories from this past year were freshman 15.
Yeah.
I can't think of the other ones right now. But you get the idea. So that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. All pretty tough ones.
Yeah.
And we'll see who rose to the top of the heap here.
And the Exit 5850 for Best Game Show or Contest goes to Hot Dog Challenge.
It's only appropriate that one get pushed through by the Academy.
Well, I got to say, that was the most ambitious of all of the games and or challenges we undertook here on the show.
Thank you.
For sure.
Proud of all of us for doing that. And we're kind of like, on the tarmac to get one of the year 2 of that going, not too long from now as we speak. But
I feel like it's happening soon.
Yeah, you folks listening wherever you are right now, at home in your car, while you're jogging, while you're on the Stairmaster, we'll be hearing that probably next week. It's going to be coming out after the 4th of July holiday.
Yeah.
So year 2 of that coming up. Fun times.
Yeah, can't wait to eat all those hot dogs.
Oh,
right,
scary times.
So hungry.
I will not run 2 miles after eating this set of hot dogs.
No,
You don't need to. You're like starving. You need this.
So one of the things we like to do is, besides just reading the stories and obviously doing these ridiculous eating contests, although you people love to hear us eat, all the things we've eaten, chicken nuggets this year, we've done a bunch of eating contests. We always like to go a little deeper.
That's right. I forgot the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, chicken nuggets
We
for
did
that.
chicken nuggets.
That's right.
How many of a 20-piece could you eat? What was it? 5 minutes?
Yeah.
How many nuggets in 5 minutes, John? Do you think you can polish? I know you.
Definitely 10.
I thought
Easy 10.
I ate fast.
Yes. This
John
man
is the
historically,
fast eater I have ever been with.
And not only that, the efficiency
Yes.
in which his plate is set, like the plate is clean.
Well, and also not only that, but it's impressive that. If you're a pig like me and you eat fast, you don't carry on conversation. John carries on a very cogent conversation, gets into all the minutia, and he still doesn't miss a beat. So, you could probably finish 20 McNuggets in 5 minutes, right?
20's a lot. Yeah, well,
you could do it.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I not that long ago, last summer, I came back from a long journey, and I got a 20-piece because I was ravenously hungry, and I hadn't eaten in about 9 hours. Oh. And I don't know if it was 5 minutes, but I think if I pushed myself, maybe.
You could do it.
Maybe.
Beautiful. Here's to the 20 nuggets.
Yes,
20 nuggets. Will you clap, Derek? You ate 20 nuggets.
Yes.
Okay, so but one of the things we like to do.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
One of the things we like to do is also give you a little our version of sketch comedy, I guess, right? And our theater of the mind stuff.
Because we all studied radio, quote unquote studied radio in college.
For what it was.
Whatever that means. So we all grew up listening to radio, whether it was Stern or sports radio, whatever sort of radio. We all loved the idea of radio and creating something and allowing, whether you're listening to a ball game on the radio or someone doing a comedy skit, it's all good and it's all creative, and that's our background.
Yeah, and so that's what we decided. We come up with these little skits, and there are a couple different categories that Mr. Announcer is going to read off of you now for the special category.
The Exit 5850 for Best Theater of the Mind segment. The nominations are O.J.'s First Interview, Screw Anderson Cooper, Oprah, and Geraldo. Our very own Derek Lamont secured the very first post-prison interview with the Juice. Speaking of juice, Kaz's colonoscopy treasures. Episode 29. You'll never believe what the doctors discovered inside of Kaz's colon. Derek and Rob had a front row seat and shared the findings.
I don't know how I feel about that, by the way.
Yeah, we saw the.
What do you mean?
You guys were like watching the inside of my colon. I don't know how I feel.
We were concerned.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. I love you guys. Thank you.
Derek said that he would gladly go into or whatever. I mean, earlier we were talking about that, right?
That's cool.
And since I can't,
my brother.
Since I can't do these Christmas Eve shows anymore,
he's a team player.
I'm just kidding.
Whoa!
I'm just kidding.
You can't do them anymore.
I'm just kidding. That's not true.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. I'm just.
Is this
kidding.
your last show?
No. I'm just.
I thought
I'm
that
just
was
kidding.
his last. I thought it was Rob's last show.
No, it probably is.
There'll be no podcast after this.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
DACA's Breaking Apart, episode 36.
One of my faves.
Yes.
Sir Elton John would be rolling in his grave if only he were dead. A musical tribute to the dreamers and the lawmakers who protect them.
And this is an important show, or an important off the exit, because that's one of our first sojourns with YouTube copyright.
We finally got flagged.
This came up on the car ride.
Yeah. We finally got
flagged.
Yeah, we got flagged.
But did they take it down, though? Or
They didn't take it down. The
Okay.
note that was put on there said that this has been flagged for copyright. However,
because it's so damn good.
We're okay with you using this.
Okay, well,
that's basically what YouTube.
Yeah, because
just
they
the CYA.
Why did they? Why did they bother?
We told them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, very strange.
Really, really happy to meet Woo. Episode 43. What if the North Korean summit went off the rails? No worries. The Donald has another card to play in Southeast Asia.
Well, it was a recent story, so it's probably going to win.
I got to be honest. Now, last year's Theater of the Mind was really strong.
Sure.
Really strong.
Which was last year's winner?
I think didn't the pilot episode win the one with the
Obama's moving out, I think.
Oh, Barry's moving out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, Barry's moving out was the one. I think this crop is even stronger this year. I got to be honest. I mean, the O.J. interview.
The writers got better. The writers got better.
Yeah, no question. No question. Elite.
This is a tough one. And this is our first song parody. We've never had a song parody prior to this. We may never have another one after this. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If it wins, we may have more.
Yeah,
Who
we
knows?
might have to, but I don't know.
I'm nervous.
The award for Best Theater of the Mind segment goes to a deep dive, Kaz's colonoscopy.
Oh!
Wow. See? You just got to go inside of them.
But we're going to go inside the room now, and we want to bring you with us as we go in. So we're going to go sneak in the room right now, and we'll be right back after this with this, okay? Okay, we're back. So we are in the room, and Kaz is over there. He's kind of resting. Kind of weird to see your friend with a tube up his rear end, but that's okay. It's okay. Derek, don't laugh. The surgery's going on. Okay, now we're watching them scope. We're watching it's almost like watching closed circuit TV. You can kind of watch them do the colonoscopy.
It's like the 80s.
It's like the 80s.
Before pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like watching. What kind of pay-per-view would you be watching? Not that spice stuff you used to watch.
No. You're
Not the
watching
saucy stuff.
No, you're watching wrestling. You're watching bad movies.
Bad movies.
Yeah, you're watching like Critical Condition with Richard Pryor. You're not watching.
I've never seen that.
It's an awful movie.
Okay.
God rest his soul.
Well, is he up? Okay, well, never mind. Anyway, Derek, look, they're getting ready to turn the first corner, and Gaz is calling. What is that right there? Look at that. Look at that mark. What is that?
It's like, looks like there's numbers on there.
There's a number. He's got numbers in his colon?
There's a 2.
What is it? 2. He's got a number 2 in his colon. Well, that makes sense, I guess. He's got a number 2 in his colon.
Yeah. There's a couple of 1s, though, too.
Oh, that could be his problem. He's got some 1s and 2s in there.
Wait a minute.
Usually you just do 2 out of your colon.
Yeah, but they're 1s.
Oh, my gosh.
They're 1s and 2s.
Okay. I hope this doctor knows what he's doing with that. What do you think it is? It's square, though. Why is it square?
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Look at that.
What is it?
It says 2112.
He's got a Rush album in his colon?
Yes.
That's probably the problem.
It's the 2112.
That's probably the problem. I hope this doctor catches that. Should we tell him?
He needs to know. You know the first track on 2112 is 20 minutes?
Now, let me say this, and I've said this to you guys on multiple occasions off of the show.
Sure.
I have a very active hand in writing the scripts for all of these segments, okay? However, the one segment I had I had something to do with it because my colon was exposed.
You're
but I had nothing to do with writing or scripting or performing during this skit. I have to tell you, it is bar none, the colonoscopy treasure skit that you guys did is out of everything we have ever done in these 2 years is by far my favorite skit. I can still listen to it today and laugh my ass off.
We had fun. We recorded that late night, Bozorth, on a Saturday after, a couple cocktails.
And according to y'all, you didn't script any of it.
No,
we just did it off the cuff, man.
Him and I just said, this will be the skit, and then we just kind of fed off each other, and we're giving hand signals of what we're going to do.
And, and it would be a tough vote for me to tell you what was the favorite discovery in my colon.
Oh, what
do you think? The 2112 album was fantastic. And I like how you included some of the music in there. Don't tell Geddy Lee or any of the guys. They were going to flag us for that. The Hillary book in there, the DACA Dreamer crouching inside my colon. That was probably causing me the discomfort.
Yeah. Well, he's locked up now.
He's
locked up.
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone. Thank God.
We separated them from the
that's
children.
great. Well, congratulations. So, boys, here we go.
No.
You've heard the rest. Now it's time for the best, okay? It is now time for our person of the year.
Yes.
Last year's winner, Roberta, remind us who won last year.
Last year was Donald J. Trump.
Trump.
Newly minted president of the United States.
Well, let's find out if he has made, number one, has he made the list? And number two,
not 2 years in a row.
He
can't make it 2 years in a row.
Is it possible that the sitting president, Mr. Trump, could actually win this Exit 58 person.
He won the election. He won last year. He's not winning it. He's not going to be on the list.
He's done a lot of winning. Let's find out from Mr. Announcer.
Okay. I'm voting for Froggy.
Oh!
The Exit 50A.
Derek's
50.
podcast.
I have a story about that, too, off mic.
You have a story.
Off mic?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Oh!
What story do you have about this?
How many beers does this man have?
I don't know.
No, not enough.
Mr. Announcer, keep going. We'll feed him liquor.
Disgrace.
We have vodka over here.
We do. We have Grey Goose here.
Go in the Lazy Susan. There's alcohol in there.
Yeah.
No, there really is.
The Exit 50A.
What is that? Oh, Tito's.
Tito's.
When did you get that? When did you get Tito's?
Got a handle
I
of
had
Tito's.
that, yeah.
That wasn't here last time.
That-
was
yeah, it
not.
was.
No.
It was.
All right, so what, Mr. Announcer, what are the categories here?
The Exit 50A podcast, Person of the Year 50.
Yeah.
The nominees are Donald Trump.
He got on the list.
He's on the list.
He got
made
on
the
there.
I
cut.
can't imagine how he made that.
Okay. All right. Let's hear. Who else we got?
Shocking.
O.J. Simpson.
Oh, he got out of the clink this year.
Always.
Shopping at Costco.
I
That's
forgot
great.
about that.
Harvey Weinstein.
What would he do?
He started a whole conversation.
That's right.
He changed.
Important.
He changed.
Changed the narrative.
Yep. Very good.
A lot of guys being
Good
put
word.
out of
That's-
business.
Yep. That's right. He woke us up.
Yes. He woke
Nick Foles.
Oh, the Christian gentleman, Super Bowl champion.
I don't know why you're
Tremendous.
clapping. You don't like
Tremendous.
you're anti-Christian. I don't know why
It takes a special man to go toe-to-toe with one of the
Of
true
course, you'll
icons.
make it about Tom Brady.
Did Tom Brady ever congratulate him for winning the Super Bowl, by the way? Did he ever call him or congratulate him or shake his hand?
Nope.
Probably
I'm
not, right?
I'm not sure if he did. I'll have to Google that.
Bull crap.
But a tremendous, an exceptional effort. Just released a book.
Best
Yeah.
quarterback.
Doing media tour.
The first and last Eagle quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl.
Hey,
It's been great.
let me say this in all seriousness. One of the top 10 Eagles of all time. One of the top 10 Eagles of all time.
Okay, there we
Top
go.
10. How about
Based
that?
on one game.
Yeah,
How about that?
a great game.
Immortal.
It was like a combination of Phil Simms, Joe Montana, and Tom Brady.
I would have to concur. I would have to concur. I would have to concur.
Would they have won if Carson Wentz was the quarterback?
No.
1960, baby.
David Hogg.
Oh, David Hogg.
Wow.
For pushing forth with the gun control narrative.
Yes.
The Parkland High School
Yes.
survivors.
Yes.
30-1 odds
Even
on
though I
that
don't
one.
really think he
30-1.
attends the school there. Go ahead.
Oh, what?
30-1 odds.
30 to 1 odds.
it's not good.
What are you talking about here?
Kanye West.
Oh,
yeah.
talk about a
Strong.
warrior changing the narrative. He reinvented the narrative right there.
Yes.
TMZ.
Yes.
Saying
Calling
that he-
calling into question Black Americans.
And also said he loves Donald Trump. That's his boy.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, if every rapper was being honest, they would all say the same thing.
well, we hit on this when we talked about it.
Yeah.
With the Kanye West stuff. I think Donald Trump sees one color,
Green.
green.
See?
And I think that's
He's envious?
no. I think that's the thing.
See, but
He
yeah,
sees-
you and your liberal friends continue to call him racist.
I think he is not the smartest in terms of.
I'm not talking about well, first of all, he's obviously smart.
Is he though?
Sure.
Are we sure?
Well, he's a billionaire. He won the
Okay,
office
he's made
of
a lot.
president.
Okay, he's made a lot of money.
He beat a 3-touchdown favorite.
Three-touchdown
and Hillary
favorite.
Rodham Clinton.
I don't think his presentation's the best. Let
No.
me say that. I think his presentation is a little short, but there is an
He
inconsistency.
wants to do well for all of us, Derek. White, black, brown, yellow, red. It doesn't matter. He wants all of us to be winning.
There is a tremendous inconsistency with the narrative of him being racist when you have Jim Brown, Ray Lewis, Kanye West showing up to Trump Tower.
That's it, man.
Somebody has to answer questions about that.
No one does. You just answered them right now.
Mr. Announcer?
Anyone else?
That's
Anyone
my
else?
concern.
Do we have anyone else?
Kim Kardashian.
Our first
they're married,
female.
though. Isn't that-
We had to have a female, right?
Isn't that like a conflict? Those two people that are married on this
Yeah, but
thing.
wait a minute, though. She accomplished more in like a 3-week span than any of these other woke warriors on like Black Lives Matter. She actually got a black woman freed from prison.
Yeah.
Pardoned from prison.
That's correct.
What has Sean King done? What has D-Ray done? What
He wrote that article about Peyton Manning.
Exactly,
That was kind of
right,
that
exactly.
was I guess good.
Kim, you know what? Good on Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
People say she's famous for being famous, like the old Zsa Zsa Gabor line, but she did something good there.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
for her.
Yeah.
That's debatable.
So there you go. Is that it?
That is the full list.
Oh, so only
right,
one
so here we
female.
go.
See, again, we're going to get the angry female.
The
emails.
letters. Here we go.
Okay, well, that's okay. We can handle that.
We'll probably use the letter to rip
Derek
open for the
made
next
the
Exit 50.
made the entire list himself.
Yeah.
This is
We'll use that letter to rip open for the next 30.
Oh, come on.
Well, this is it, folks. This is the crowning
the bit.
moment.
This
This
is
is
the big- this
this
is
is
the
like
last-
if you're watching the Oscars. This
Yeah.
is Best Picture. This is
Yeah.
it right here.
The 50 for Exit 50A podcast, person
As the hot
of
dogs
the
flow
year.
over.
There's no,
Take a picture of that, Rob. Who's going to get the person of the year?
Donald Trump.
come on.
Yeah!
What is this? Come on.
So much. What do you mean? Come on.
Wow.
Winning.
Back to back?
He's winning so much. Let's
So
be
that's back
honest
to back
now.
to back? Is that what it is?
That's not
What do you-
back to back.
Well,
to
he
back.
won the election. He won in the first two Exit 58 persons of the year.
Yeah.
It's a three-peat, baby.
Wow.
That's not
Listen,
three-peat.
this is a train.
He's like Shaquille and Kobe, three-peat. Yeah.
Do you hear the train right there?
Oh, come
that
on,
train's back
come on,
around.
ride that train. It's a choo-choo train, Derek. Get on it.
Get the hell out of here with that train.
That
train hasn't been around since episode 10 or whatever it was.
Listen, 45
I think they're ready.
has
Yeah, they're ready.
the hot dogs are plump. They're ready to be on our bellies. And Donald J. Trump is the Supreme Court's going to get another conservative justice. Trump is a 2-time winner of the Exit 58 podcast, and I'm going to eat 10 million calories and triglycerides, and I'm going to take 3 years off my life, but I love every minute of
Is
it.
it 2020
I
yet?
love this
Hurry up.
podcast.
Hurry up. Let's get
Oh,
it
it's so much winning. I got to be honest, and you know this. You know this. I am a Ted Cruz guy. By the
For
way,
sure. Yeah,
by the way,
yeah,
big ups to
let's-
Ted Cruz
yeah.
for beating Jimmy Kimmel in basketball. That's number one.
By the way, what a disappointing effort.
I mean, come on, Jimmy Kimmel's a twerp. You didn't think he was going to win that game?
Yeah, but
Derek,
I didn't
against
think
Teddy-
so. But you can't talk all that yang and
No,
and
you
get
know
beat.
I love me some. I never have ever considered contributing to a political campaign, and I didn't. But if I ever would, I would contribute to Ted. I love Ted Cruz. But that being, and I hated Trump during that whole primary season.
You did.
I hated
you
him.
did. You
but,
did. That's true.
But
that's true.
this man is doing more for all of us: white, black, brown.
Kaz, as you say that, our line just lit up. Our producer just let me know.
Yes.
He's online, Joe.
Uh-oh.
The President of the United States. Derek, do you want to be on the show with us?
Are you ready for this? Are you ready? We have
don't
to have him on
I
the show.
don't have
It's
much of a
40
choice.
Wait,
but
Wait, hold on. What line? I don't know
Line
if that's the
2.
wrong
Careful.
One.
Don't hit
it's
the
this
wrong
line
button.
right here.
Yo, now how you gonna fucking vote? No, I hit the wrong. I'm sorry.
All
I
right,
hit
that's
the wrong
line
one.
4.
All
Okay,
right.
line
Ooh,
2.
that was-
We
okay.
said line 2.
Boys, hello. It's me, Donald Trump.
Hey,
Donald,
Mr. President.
what's up, bud?
Congratulations. Back to back. Can you believe it? I mean, I don't want to call it an upset, but you heard some of the other name. You're up against a Super Bowl champion. You're up against a young man who's bravely going against, the gun lobbyist. Kanye. I mean, all these other, that's pretty exciting. Heisman Trophy winner, O.J. one of Derek's heroes, O.J. Simpson.
My heroes. I beg your pardon.
O.J. is a really good golfer, really good friend. He's been to Trump National. Really good. Listen, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate this, winning this award. It means a lot. Listen, beating Hillary Clinton was great, but this is almost as good. Okay? Derek, I want to tell you, I know you didn't vote for me. I'm working for you. I'm working for all of my African Americans. I want you all to succeed. This is our country, okay?
Hold on, Donald. Okay.
Be careful.
Okay.
Be careful.
All of my black people, I'm working for you.
Have a sip. Have a sip.
I'm not going to have a
Have some Tito's.
I cannot have a sip of this straight.
listen.
I will die. You will not have a podcast.
So
you will not have a podcast.
Well, listen, Mr. I know you're a busy guy.
He's doing stuff.
You're doing all sorts of things right now. I know you have a big decision coming up with the Supreme Court justice. Okay, I know that the whole John is overflowing Derek's ice maker and still didn't get any ice in the glass, which is pretty impressive.
It exploded
everywhere. Is that John? Is that John Soda? Listen, I heard him do the Army-Navy game. Really, really good broadcast. I mean, right up there with one of my favorites. I always listened to Bob Trumpy and Brett Musburger. Really good broadcaster, John. You do an exceptional job, okay?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, there you go. Very nice. You want some orange juice with your Tito's?
No.
He knows what to do.
Yeah, I know.
Some tonic?
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Well, listen, Mr. Trump, thank you so much for calling in. Congratulations.
Hey, wait, Donald, before you go.
I think
Before you go, buddy.
Okay, hurry up.
Can you do me a favor?
Oh, gosh.
You're asking the president to do something for you?
Favor.
No, that's okay. Listen,
All right,
believe me,
he's so
believe
cordial.
me. I work for the people.
Okay.
Believe me, I'm really honored. You guys enjoy. Have you some hot dogs. Have one for
Thank you,
Donald.
Donald.
And let's make America great again.
Amen.
God bless us all. America first.
Amen.
All right, thank you, Mr. Trump. Very good.
Thank you.
All right, there it is.
Beautiful.
There
Wow.
we go. Wow.
That's the way to end the show.
Wow.
You have the president
Wow.
on the podcast.
Full 5.
I didn't vote for
Guys, what a bunch of awards. I'm kind of hyped. For
This is our biggest award ceremony yet.
Yeah. We
And you know what? Next year's going to be even bigger.
because
Yes.
we're gonna
have interviews.
So, boys, congratulations.
Great. Hey, yes.
Yes, fantastic.
I got to say, it's my honor and pleasure. Every 2 weeks we get together, and listen, you know this.
Yes.
For years would go by, and we would see Rob like once. I would see Rob once. Well, it was like a treat to see Rob around Christmas time.
I was just telling this story. So for numerous years, basically, it would be May, June, July, August.
Yeah.
And then this guy would go in the black hole.
Right, he got hibernation mode.
You might see him as like Bigfoot. You might see him like once every few months.
Yeah.
Like populate into the wilderness or outside in the public, and you might see him.
I went off radar.
Yes, and then he drops back in. Now, I mean,
I love it. This is great.
tremendous.
And you know what? It's still not enough. It's not too much. It's still not enough.
It's beautiful.
So
that's the marriage.
I love both of you. And also, I love this man who joined us, especially tonight, giving his own time to be here, John P. Sadak, who is not only a Rowan Radio Hall of Famer, but is one of the most talented broadcasters, bar none, out of anybody who's broadcasting in the sports realm right now. I'm honored to have him as a friend, and more than that. Listen, he is the number one fan of our show. So with that, he's reaching into his wallet right now. But honestly, John, thank you for supporting our show because it means I know it means a lot to have you and give us the feedback and the nice words and all that. And thanks for being
big
here.
fan when he's on the radio. You hear him?
Absolutely.
Proud parent.
Yes, absolutely.
Love hearing.
Yes.
So that's good.
Wow. So here we go. So everything beyond this is going to be year 3, boys.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And I'm looking at a delicious pot bubbling on the stove right now.
They're so beautiful. They're plump.
With 30,
actually ripped.
32 Nathan's skinless beef franks waiting to be consumed by all y'all.
And it's coming up. Guess what? It's coming up next week. So you got to stay tuned.
And we ought to be the first to wish you all a happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because this is going to be produced and put out on the shelves for next week, and it'll be 4th of July week. So God bless America.
Yes.
Still
Amen.
Undefeated, greatest country on the face of the earth. And
so, Derek, how can they tell? Next week they want to hear us eat 32 hot dogs because they got nothing else to do.
Why not?
How can they hear us eat 32 hot dogs?
If you want to torture yourself and do that, you can go to several outlets, including iTunes.
iTunes, you can eat 32 hot dogs.
Stitcher,
32 hot dogs.
Alexa, which is gaining and growing in popularity.
Is it really?
It is.
That
believe
crazy
it or not.
bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not. Tune in. You can check us out there as well. YouTube, if we're not shut down by YouTube, you can check it out there as well.
32 hot dogs coming up
Yes.
And a picture of the toilet after Derek does his duties after eating these hot dogs.
No, I don't. That is in honor of
we should all do duties in the same toilet before we leave here tonight.
In honor of
John,
the person of the
can we
year,
do that?
That's fake news.
Let's do it.
Yeah, all right. John, the people have spoken. Let's do it.
This is a majority rule
Come on,
podcast,
listen. When
right?
you were growing up and you and a little friend, like, oh, let's make bubbles in the toilet together. You know what I mean? You ever do that?
What the No. What are you talking about? No, bubbles.
All right, will you get out of this episode because you're cursing?
He's cursed a lot during this episode. Am I wrong?
Actually, we should have a category that shows all the shows that Derek cursed and play the clips.
Yes, I'm going to keep a scorecard from here on out of Derek's cursing.
Next year, that'll be a new category.
Yes. Keep sipping that drink.
Unbelievable.
Okay, well, get us the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Yes. For Cass.
Yes, sir.
And Rob.
Later days.
And John. I'm Derek. So long, everybody.